Brewers Log June 4th, 2023. So last night I got a gallon of tea made, or the sweet tea that I need to make kombucha. And so that is what is in this jar. I'm going to take a couple scobies out of this jar and put them into there. And then I have a pot full of the sugar tea made that I plan on putting back into that one. That thing has set for a couple months now. As you can see, the scoby is very thick. I figure a couple layers out of each one should be more than enough to be able to continue doing kombucha or get it started. And I've got a couple bottles of kombucha in the fridge, so that's how I plan on starting this one. We'll see how that works, because at least this kombucha, or the scoby in this one, looks like it is still in pretty good shape, especially if it's grown that much. So I figure I'll pull off at least 3 or 4 of the top layers, put them into this jug, and then add some more, or add some already made kombucha into there, and then clean this jar out and then fill it back up. So that's my plan for today. Well, that didn't end up being as easy as I thought it was going to be. So trying to take the scoby out of the first jug was quite a bit of a pain, because it was 2 to 3 inches thick, and it did not want to come out the top, and it didn't want to separate. Finally was able to pull it out in 2 larger chunks by trying to pull it through the top of the jug. So part of it I threw away with the rest of the juice that was in there, and then the other, the 2 larger parts I put into each of these jugs. So we'll have to see how well this works. They're not really a flat scoby like I sometimes have, but I do know that a lot of times the scoby that I start with ends up just floating on its side or is down at the bottom. It's not the scoby that ends up being on the top. So I put a bottle of other kombucha that I had sitting in the fridge into there. It's a little old, so it wasn't one that we wanted to drink, but for starting off of a jug like this, it should work just fine. So we'll have to see how well this comes out. We'll check them in 7 days. It's now that it's warmer down here. Let's see, where's our current temperatures? We are currently at 64 degrees down here with 41% humidity. So we'll see how that works out. If it doesn't seem to be brewing quick enough, I can always pull out the heating mat again and see if that helps, because I do know that the kombucha does prefer a little bit higher temperature. But we'll see how well this works, and we'll go from there. That's where we'll get today on brewing.